Welcome back to Equisetum Gaming and our low honor playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2. We are here at Clemens Point. And, I think this episode...
Good morning, Arthur.
Who's there?
How you feeling?
Better. Good enough.
Since Arthur had a rough episode last time, I think we're going to go out and maybe cause a little mischief, maybe do some hunting or some fishing or some robbing. Just see what we can get up to. It has nothing to do with our next story mission. Because that one should be the one to send us on to the next camp. And don't exactly want that quite yet, now do we? Especially not with Kelpie here is not fully bonded. I think we have another horse that's not quite fully bonded. I forget. It's been a while since we've played low honor. But we'll see what we can get into. I did notice... I have an idea of what we might be able to do. Let's see. Let's do this series. We'll do our Landmarks of Riches map. Alright. That'll be easy enough. Let me think. Should be... No. There. There we go. So we'll do this series. Some of you will probably remember when I did this the first time around. But this'll take us on some journeys around the map. Earn Arthur quite a bit more gold, among some other things.
Yep.
Should maybe switch out horses, but we'll stick with Kelpie for right now. Hopefully get her fully bonded by the end of the episode, if not sooner.
There's the son of a bitch! Shoot
Easy.
to kill! Who's it? Kill that bastard! Goddamn ball! I'm not coming up against you, lady!
Damn it!
That was mighty stupid of you boys. No, don't get back on the horse. Just get off and loot the body. There we go. Some decent cash.
Okay, girl. Yep.
Where is this lookout? These are right here.
Okay there.
Okay, back up. Don't stick your nose over the tracks. You don't want to have another incident like we had with Timberline in the... Or no, Woodsmoke. Woodsmoke was the Mustang we lost in the original series. And we replaced him with Timberline.
Jesus goddamn Christ!
What are you so worried about, buddy? Just taking out the local vermin.
Girl.
If you want me to rob you, we can do that too. So it is finally the end of July, which may or may not be a good thing for most of you. But, Hey, what the hell are you doing, Kelpie?
Easy now.
Somebody forgot to tell the night folk that it is 9 o'clock in the morning. Alright. Put away that note. You know the routine. If you didn't read that in that pause, then just hit pause on the video. Burdock root. I don't want burdock root. I can gather my own burdock root. It's everywhere.
Here.
Alright.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm happy that it is the end of July, because it's been hot enough this summer that I am very much looking forward to autumn. No, we did not want to do that. Is this the right house? Or the right landmark? I think so. We went and did a little mini photography trip over the weekend. Not like overnight or anything. Just a little day trip. Didn't come out that well for me because it was just awfully crowded at the state parks. Well, it was a nice day and for a nice weekend, and a lot of people were out enjoying the weather. But it's one thing that, I don't know, sort of a detriment to at least my lifestyle during the pandemic was that a lot of people discovered the great outdoors who had never been outside before much, and So a lot of my favorite haunts now get rather overrun. Which, if you're doing wildlife photography, that makes life a little difficult. Because if people get there before you, the wildlife does not stay. Interesting little place. It's our stand-up. Silver earrings and the next map. The turtle. Turtle, turtle.
You alright, girl?
So, next stop. It's gonna be way up here. Where does the map am I zooming in on? Over here. Okay.
Oh. Easy.
But I don't mind if people, if people who haven't really enjoyed the great outdoors come and explore, but there needs to be some respect there. There needs to be some understanding that you don't just come out and hoop and holler and run around like a maniac with your kids and
Go easy, girl.
show no respect to the atmosphere or the other people trying to enjoy the outdoors. You certainly don't trash the place. But there's a lot of people who just don't seem to care. And they do crap like that.
There.
I like this horse. It is the Golden Palomino. Might see about getting one of those for our poor man's playthrough. Although we just did get another Morgan.
Yeah. There, girl.
But I think that's, part of the reason why I like Charles's character so much in this
Okay,
game.
then, girl.
I actually I find him relatable because I spent several summers teaching archery and being the head archery instructor at a summer camp. And in my previous job, I spent quite a bit of time well, I was an environmental educator, so I taught kids about nature and wildlife and the outdoors, plants and animals and different habitat types, and mainly wetlands and stream ecology and that sort of thing, because that's really big in Pennsylvania. But you know, when I was out on hikes, we would come across different animal signs and whatnot. So I would take those opportunities to teach kids tracking. You know, just like Arthur learned from Charles how to read animal signs in the game, I did that for kids. And, you know, teens and young adults had a lot of college course students come through as well for classes. Even taught some adults, so yeah. Do I miss it? I don't miss the organization that I worked for, because they were... The manager did not understand education. His idea of teaching was, you know, just tell them to Google it. Just have somebody walk around and, you know, there's apps like iNaturalists and stuff now that, oh, just go take... Come on. Sorry about that freeze up. But it's like, oh, just go snap a few pictures from your phone and Google it. Or with your phone and Google it. You don't need somebody who actually knows what they're looking at to be out there with the kids. Just have, you know, some random volunteer out there to basically be a babysitter. That was his idea of environmental education. Which is complete bullshit. It's, you know, if you're actually gonna learn, you want somebody who spends a lot of time outdoors to be with you. You know, who's seen things that you can relate to, or they can... How am I trying to put this? You want somebody with experience who can relate what you're seeing in the present moment to things that they have seen in the past, or things that, you know, they can either tell you, oh yeah, this plant is going to produce this flower, or those seeds, or this fruit, or whatever. Something that, you know, a kid is familiar with, or somebody is familiar with. Or, you know, if you're working in a floodplain, somebody who's been there often enough to be able to say, this, you know, it's dry now, but the floodwater has been up to this mark or that mark on the trees, and you can read that based on, you know, moss or debris or any number of other signs. Things that you wouldn't think of when you're outside just hiking through the woods and everything, you know, it's either all green or all brown or all mud or dirt or leaves. You know, you need somebody who can pick out the little details and understands nuances of the differences between, you know, what's normal and what's not. And you don't get that by just taking a nature hike. It is not 35 degrees at Clements Point. Bullshit on that. But, since Kelpie is at full bonding now, we will switch her out. Clean her up a little.
Hey, easy, girl. Yeah, hold still, girl.
But I do miss being outdoors, you know, more often than not. Who do we want to work with? We'll pull out Lilith. I don't think we've worked with Lilith for a while.
I'm back, girl.
Original outlaw horse. Why is there a snake in camp? Anyways. Down to hold your blade.
Yeah. Good girl.
But a lot of people don't even realize how much they miss until they go out with somebody on a hike like that who's knowledgeable. You know, my last year working as an environmental educator, I finally, for the first time in my life, got to go out on some hikes with a local geologist. And that was amazing because just learning about some of the local land features that, you know, I had read about them. I had seen photos that, you know, and illustrations that would point out the different features and whatnot, and textbooks and articles and things like that. But to actually go out with somebody who can look at a landscape and point out those features and say, yeah, there was a landslide there a couple thousand years ago, and there was, you know, glaciation and glacial till and flooding and all these other things that created the landscape around you, and that person can read that despite, you know, the development or how humans have changed the land since. That's just, you know, another amazing aspect that you don't get if you're just out there by yourself, walking along, taking photos. So,
Well, that's nice.
Damn fine weather, ain't
Very good.
we're gonna have to take out some more raider boys. Be nice. Alright, inspect the document.
girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now travel up here a little ways so that we're out of enemy territory. And probably fast travel to Strawberry. There we go. As far as, you know, being a naturalist or whatever, a lot of people have their own specialties. Bird watching has become exceptionally huge as a hobby anymore, at least in my area. And I mean, it's interesting to me, but not to the extent that it is to a number of my friends, which is a little, I don't know. I won't say frustrating, but it's, I mean, if I'm in the mood to go bird watching,
Stop your slobbering and clogging up the window. I thought I told you to quiet down before you hear. Hey, give me some room.
okay, boys. But, you know, it's fun to be able to go out with somebody who knows birdsong to the extent that, you know, they can hear something and identify it and know exactly what you're hearing. But at the same time, because I am more of a photographer, I don't care if I can hear it. I need to see it, and I need it to be in range of whatever camera lens I have with me at that moment in order to actually get a decent photo. Which is one of the reasons I like to go bird watching, or, you know, go out with fellow bird watchers, is because birds are challenging, but I also, you know, don't really care. I mean, it's cool to be able to make lists and, you know, keep a tally of everything you've seen in an area, but I prefer doing that more in a manner of diversity surveys, where you're trying to figure out how many species are present in an area, and it's not necessarily what species, it's just however many. Oh, crap, don't fall off the mountain, girl. Alright, we're gonna leave you here. I don't want to kill this horse. I don't want to kill Arthur either! Shit. Let's try the mountain. There we go. Oh, that was interesting. Not getting back up that way. Or that way. No, Arthur. Shit. But, over to this ridge. Now come on, you were almost up there. Don't run off. Yeah. Moron. Not gonna get up that way. Can we walk this shelf? Nope. Yeah, missed, Arthur. Dude. You can run up it, you should be able to run across it too. Damn you. Nope. There we go. You are such a moron sometimes. Keep your feet under you. Alright. As for specialties, I don't know. I was pretty good with, different, macroinvertebrates that live in streams, so basically all the creepy crawly bugs. And, a lot of people don't realize that, each, stream has its own unique,
Hey there, girl.
collection of, macroinvertebrates. And there are hundreds of different species just here in Pennsylvania, if not thousands.
Yep.
One thing I never really had to learn though was a lot of the scientific names. Mainly because, you know, I was teaching kids mostly, so, you know, hitting them with all the different scientific names was not going to benefit them that much.
Okay, my girl. Yeah.
Something I don't like about a lot of environmentalists today is they have a tendency to overcomplicate things. They want to politicize everything, and they do a lot of feel-good crap that doesn't actually have any scientific rhyme or reason behind it. And
Yeah.
it gets very frustrating to me because you can't a lot of environmental management or wildlife management is based on species needs. And you can't determine what a species' needs are unless you know what species you're dealing with.
Yeah.
I heard him. Where is he? Damn it. Whatever. Big Shire horse. The guns need cleaned. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, you know, what works well for one species might be completely detrimental for another species. And it's one thing I hate about a lot of the environmental regulations that agencies put out. There's sort of a one-size-fits-most situation, and
Yeah.
come on out. Shit, his ankle's out from under him. But things like, the Endangered Species Act, it doesn't actually get animals off of the endangered list because it creates all of these hoops that you have to jump through in order to maintain habitat for that animal. And it doesn't help when, you know, you have a species that prefers more open habitat end up on that list, because then you end up with an inability to go through and maintain that habitat. Because if you don't realize it, nature has cycles. So, if you have an open field, you're going to have things like grasses and wildflowers and stuff that'll come in first and take over that space. And eventually you end up with shrubs and young trees, and those shrubs and young trees eventually grow up and become older trees,
Let's go, girl.
matured trees. Then you go from mature trees to mature forest, and eventually you end up with
I'm sorry,
old
girl.
growth forest if you don't do anything. So what happens to an endangered species if the Endangered Species Act and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service basically say you're not allowed to do anything to that habitat, you know, that open field eventually grows up and your endangered species loses its habitat. And that's what happens with a lot of these regulations. It's not enough to protect, you know, a species, or say people aren't allowed to touch a particular parcel of land or whatever. You want to maintain for a specific habitat type or a specific species, then you have to be active about it. You can't let nature, you know, do its own thing, at least not in today's world with all of the invasive species that we have. You know, global travel and, you know, being able to ship things in from halfway across the world and all of that, that's really beneficial to people, and you certainly wouldn't want to see that disappear. But something that a lot of people don't seem to realize is that you can't just there's no way to inspect every square inch of a cargo ship or the cargo containers or anything like that in order to stop invasive species from coming in. You talk about people that fly frequently, they could go and, you know, spend a couple weeks hiking over in Europe or Asia or Africa on safari or something, and they'll come home and they're not paying attention. They end up with seeds or insect eggs or any number of other things in their luggage, on their clothing, and you decide to go out for a hike or a run or whatever in your local neighborhood or your favorite homeside park, and now you've introduced something new to that area that doesn't belong, simply because you may have done your laundry but forgot about the fact that, oh, there might be seeds or eggs or whatever
Been a while since you were
on
through here.
my shoes. Good enough.
Remember you. Passed through here some time ago, huh?
So permanently decreases the speed at which the horse health and stamina core is drained by 10%, and permanently decreases the speed at which the stamina core drains by 10%.
Been a while since you were through here.
Oh, careful. Forgot about that. Thought we did the other one. Permanently decreases the speed at which the health core drains by 10%. So there, we have 2 new trinkets.
Okay, girl.
Quit petting your horse. There we go. But yeah, it's very easy for invasive species, not invasive species to spread when, you know, you can take a flight from one country to the other side of the world in a day. Or you have, you know, massive amounts of cargo coming in frequently. We'll stop in here for a moment.
Hello. How's that horse doing? Sorry, we're all full up at this moment. Enjoy. Your horse will love you forever. Love the fresh air.
Good enough. Oh. Banshee's not fully bonded.
Okay, I'll switch them out.
So let's switch those out. Alright. Yeah, we're good with that.
Goodbye now. And bring that horse back anytime.
Okay. Anyways, let's head back to camp. Gonna need a little bit of money. Might actually go shopping for horses. For once. Technically, you can buy this lovely girl, Banshee, from that stable, the Dewberry Creek stable. But with a low honor playthrough, I prefer to steal my horses. Unfortunately, I don't like the glitch that allows you to go in and just take them. I don't think that is a very good
Someone's coming.
reason to... Hello. Fine. Yes, you are.
Switching for a dead man.
Peace and quiet.
Yeah, but a lot of environmentalists or do-gooders with not a lot of science behind.
What was that?
Say your prayers now, you Christ alive.
Back here, Banshee. God. Quit running away. That's why we picked up Kelpie, because she didn't run away. Doesn't mean walk through the camp, girl. But, so anyways, the whole point of the conversation of this episode has been that I find Charles very relatable
Come
because
on, girl.
he spends the time outdoors and studies it and understands it and
Yeah.
You need that if you're actually going to understand what is normal change versus what is human-influenced degradation. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people, they have this idea that nature is static and unchanging rather than dynamic. And that really frustrates me.
Yeah.
You can't protect something if you don't know it's there either. That's
Now, come here.
another frustration of mine. You certainly can't protect it if you don't know what it needs. And a lot of environmentalists don't like this idea, but not everything deserves to be protected either. You know? There are some things that are just complete dead ends evolutionarily, and they don't benefit the environment in any way. They don't benefit the habitat in any way. It's like I went on a hike with a botanist as well last year, and he was all excited about finding this wildflower that is toxic to nearly all other insects and animals that feed on pollen or plants, except for this one very tiny species of butterfly. And it's like, you know, you need the habitat for the plant in order to create the habitat for the butterfly, and you need the butterfly in order to maintain the population of the plant. And it's, you know, this perfect, you know, relationship where they both need each other. And it's like, but nothing else needs either one of them, you know? The plant's toxic, so nothing else is going to eat it or utilize it. And the butterfly can't eat anything else but the pollen from that plant. So, what good does it do? It's
Who's that?
a
I'm coming in. Good to see you back, Arthur.
dead end as far as diversity goes, you know? It doesn't do anything else any good for that particular set of species to be in the area. Well, if it goes extinct, you know, nothing else is gonna care.
If it ain't Mr. Trelawney.
Don't know how you manage carrying that.
Very carefully. But, you know, there's environmentalists that, oh my god, you can't let it die, you have to protect it.
Okay,
It's
let's
like-
take a look. Thank you, Arthur.
No, not really. You don't need to protect it.
Arthur Morgan.
Hey, Uncle.
Well, why you feel the need for silence?
I guess I prefer people when I don't have to listen to them.
That is my favorite Charles line.
Point taken.
But, yeah, I get frustrated with the environmentalist crowd. I much prefer my Well, I won't say I prefer the redneck hunters, because they annoy the shit out of me too. Good that way. Ah, shut up, Dutch. We'll do some money too.
Good work, Arthur.
Yeah. What do we need? We need ammo. 16 bucks. Alright. Okay. We're done.
All right.
Hi.
You still glad you joined up with us?
Sometimes I wonder.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Okay. Not much company right now.
That's fine, Charles. Anyways, if you have enjoyed this episode, please give a like and consider subscribing. And Arthur and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.